This is a ScubaPro titanium dive knife that I bought brand new in, I guess it was around 1990, 1991. This was an extremely rare thing back then and expensive. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was around 400 bucks or so back then. A titanium knife was just a rarity, and a titanium diving knife seemed like a good idea to me at the time, and I still think it is. And for dive knives, I've still bought titanium knives. So this knife is in very good shape. It mainly set on my BC with a D-ring carabiner looking gadget through here and attached to the front of my BC. So the only thing it's damaged is that it does have a little, rub marks from rubbing up against stuff like in my dive bag and stuff, but the scabbard is in very good condition. And this is the second scabbard. I had to have ScubaPro replace the first one because I had had a little problem with this switch gadget, but this one hasn't given me any problems. That was not too long after I got it. So, and the way you get this open is you kind of push this and tilt it towards the outside. You got to kind of rock it to get it out. Locks in there very securely. So you kind of let me do this from the side. You push this thing down and then you push the knife out, and it comes right out. The blade has really not cut anything, so it's still in very good condition as far as the edge is concerned. Anything that you see on this thing is going to be probably some rub marks from the scabbard, and then that's just most of that stuff is going to be dust and whatnot. This is considered a large knife, but you can see it's really, the blade's about 4 inches. It's got serrations on the back. It's got like a loop for cutting monofilament and whatnot, and this is actually pretty darn sharp. And the blade is sharp. Unlike a lot of things from that area, or actually from recent era, if you had rubber on anything, any type of rubberized anything that was made in like the 2000s, they all seem to melt. I don't know if you've run into that kind of coatings on laptops, mice, shoe soles, all kinds of stuff had problems that was made in the mid-2000s. This is from the early 90s, and that was back when they knew how to make this kind of stuff, apparently, and this handle feels like the day I got it. And I have no doubt that this knife and this handle will last forever. And you can see that this thing is done probably 500 dives in salt water, and that's what it looks like from that long ago. So this is an incredible knife if you want a dive knife. It is very light, as you might imagine, made out of titanium, and it's just superb. And these things are a little harder to find. This is a great knife, and if you're looking for a titanium dive knife right now, this would be difficult to beat. It's got 2 places for straps on here. I'm not sure, but I do believe these are the straps that came with this. They were in my dive bag, and I've had them an awful long time, and I don't know of anything else that would have had these straps with it that I had. So these are going with it, and they're long enough that I put this thing around my calf, and even my fat calves, this thing would fit around and strap this knife to. So here's the straps, and they're in good condition. So you get the straps with it, which most of the other ones I've seen that were for sale did not have those, and then you get the knife. And if you want a titanium knife, I just don't see you doing much better than this vintage ScubaPro knife. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.